Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining our current lessons for today. Okay, so for today's topic, so before that, let me just introduce myself first. Okay, my name is Arina Asri, and I am the application engineer at CAD Systems. All right, so for today's topic, we're going to cover on the model coordination in BIM Collaborate Pro. Okay, so these are some informations on the Autodesk BIM Collaborate Pro. So what does this BIM Collaborate Pro can do? Which is BIM Collaborate Pro is one kind of cloud where we can store our documents or files in this cloud. So, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining our current lessons for today. Okay, so for today's topic, so before that, let me just introduce myself first. Okay, my name is Arina Asri, and I am the application engineer at CAD Systems. All right, so for today's topic, we're going to cover on the model coordination in BIM Collaborate Pro. Okay, so these are some informations on the Autodesk BIM Collaborate Pro. So what does this BIM Collaborate Pro can do? Which is BIM Collaborate Pro is one kind of cloud where we can store our documents or files in this cloud. So the document that we can store in this BIM Collaborate Pro, we can store 50 types of file formats, and then 2D and 3D version comparison, and then we can create as well issues and markup. Okay, and then the second one is in Autodesk BIM Collaborate Pro as well. We can do collaboration and cloud work sharing. So this one, the software that support this collaboration between BIM Collaborate Pro and the software is Revit, Civil 3D, and also Plan 3D. So these three software, they can collaborate their models within the software and the cloud, the BIM Collaborate Pro. Okay, and it also can control the cloud work sharing. Okay, so the next function of this BIM Collaborate Pro is that we can do the design collaboration. So for this one, where we can set publishing, which model that we can publish, and also we can do the package review. Like for instance, you upload a model, and then you want maybe your manager or your senior engineer to do the review of your models. So that one can be done in design collaboration in this BIM Collaborate Pro. Okay, we can as well do the design issues. So if there is any issues on your design, we can also create an issues so that we will notify the issues or any problems regarding our models. And then the next one is the model coordination. So this is the one that we will cover for today, which is model coordination. So for the model coordination in BIM Collaborate Pro, mainly used is as the clash detection. All right. So thank you to the one who just joined in. So we just started our front lessons. All right. So this one we will cover for today, model coordination in BIM Collaborate Pro. So this one we're gonna do basically this model coordination use is to have the automated clash detection. So meaning that, for instance, you have many types of model based on each discipline. Like for instance, mechanical upload their models, and electrical upload their models, structural also upload their own models. So from that model, we can do the coordination, and then we can have a clash detection, clash detection results for the model. All right, and then we can do also the coordination issues. Okay, so that is what we will cover for today. And the additional one, which I also will cover on the Navis work coordination. So mainly, as I said just now, we will do the model coordination. So this model coordination will automatically detect the clash within the models. And then we're going to create an issues on that clash, and the issues we can automatically update it in a visual. So meaning those issues that we create in BIM Collaborate can be updated, we can see as well in your visual. Okay, so in order for you to have that kind of function, you need to download and install first the Navisworks coordination issues add-in. All right, so for this add-in, mainly used as issues are created in either Autodesk Construction Cloud or Navisworks, and it is viewable and actionable in both. So meaning if you create the issues in Navisworks, so when we open that model in BIM Collaborate, we can see as well the issues that we create in Navisworks and vice versa. Okay, so this is the link for you to download the add-in for you to use in your Navisworks. I will paste it on the chat. Right, so if you are interested to download and install, you can just click on the link that I have given to you. All right, so now I will move on to my BIM Collaborate Pro. So just go to my okay. All right. Okay, so I hope you can see my screen, which I am sharing my Autodesk Construction Cloud view. All right. So for instance, this is the BIM or the cloud for BIM Collaborate Pro that I have opened. So this is the list of the project that I have. So currently I am opening this LTU project, and these are the project files that I have in this project. So basically I have architectural discipline for these files, MEP discipline files, structural, and also shared. So because we want to do the model coordination, so I have created another in each of this file, I have created another subfolder. Okay, you see over here, I drop down this one, I have created another folder which called coordination space, architecture coordination space, MEP coordination space, and also structure coordination space. I also have created the shared coordination space. Let me see this one. Sometimes it kind of took quite some time to load this depending on your internet speed. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create first a coordination space for each that we have created here. Okay, so to create the coordination space, so basically to do the model coordination, in order for you to get the clash detection result, you need to create first the model, the coordination space for the model. Okay, so you can go up here and then you can find the model coordination. So I'm going to click on here, right? And then in this model coordination, it will require you to create coordination space. Okay, so just now, it is just a file that I create manually the coordination space. So for this time, this model coordination, we need to create the real coordination space in order it can calculate the clashes and also to coordinate the model as well. So first thing is that you need to create first the coordination spaces. So I'm going to click on create, and then for instance, I'm going to create coordination spaces, which is I'm going to do the coordinate between all those files for each discipline. Like for instance, I want to do the coordination between architecture, structure, MEP, and electrical. So I'm going to rename it as the shared coordination space, and then down here click on the project files, and then I'm going to go to shared, and I'm going to choose the shared coordination spaces. So in this shared coordination spaces, I have uploaded Revit files, Revit model, which is architecture, structural, MEP, and also electrical. Right, so I'm going to create this one. Okay, so it is currently, okay, now we have created the shared coordination spaces. And then now I'm going to create another coordination spaces, which is for each team. Like for instance, I have architecture, mechanical, electrical. So I'm going to create the coordination spaces for the separately for each discipline, so that if make an MEP discipline, they want to do the coordination between their discipline, so they can use these coordination spaces. Okay, so click on create, and then this one I'm going to rename it as MEP coordination space. Okay, and you drop down these project files and click on MEP here. I'm going to choose this MEP coordination spaces, and I'm going to click on create. Okay, and then if I go back to docs over here, just now, as I said just now, I have already uploaded the model, the model, like for instance, in shared coordination spaces. I have already downloaded the model, mechanical, electrical. Click here, and when I click this one, I have this all this model. This one I have uploaded in the beginning. Okay. So later we will do the coordination for these 4 models all together. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the model coordination, and then we have created the coordination spaces just now. We go to setting over here. Okay, we have created these 2. Now I'm going to go to models. So if you see over here, when I click on models, it will automatically calculate the clash results. So just now we have created the coordination models. So it will automatically calculate the clash result between the architecture, structural, MEP, and also the electrical. Okay, so if your model is big, it's quite big, so the time taken for the calculate the clash and so on to do the coordination, it might take quite some times to do the calculation. All right, so for this one, created one more in here. So after the calculation of the clash result is done, it will appear like this. Okay, this is, if you see over here, this is the shared coordination spaces that we have created. So if you want to change to, just now we create as well the MEP coordination space, so you can always click from here. Okay, you can change the coordination space from time to time. Let's see why this one. Right. Okay, so this one, as I said just now, for the clash calculation of the clash result, it might take quite some time. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to change this one back to share. All right, so this one is we have done. Let me change to shared coordination spaces. Okay, so this is for the shared coordination spaces. So that is to create the coordination spaces. So that is compulsory for you to create first the coordination spaces in order for you to do the model coordination for your project or for your models. All right, so now I'm going to show you on how we can view all this model. Like for instance, you want to view all this together. How those model look like when they are viewing together. So you can go, for instance, I want to view between structural and mechanical here, maybe here. So you can just tick between these 2 and then click on view. Okay, so when I click on view, the models will be loading over here. Okay, and then later on, it will show you the model for the combination of model between MEP and structure. All right, so if you see over here, this is our model. This is the HVAC, the mechanical model. and along with the structure. Okay, so if you want to see, you want to view the models, maybe like you want to view all with all those with all together the discipline, so you can always tick on the model and then just click on view. Okay, but it might it might slow down your, can say it might slow down your cloud, because the model will become bigger when you view them all together, the discipline. So yeah, so for now, just view between structural and MEP. So for this view, I can always save this view. For instance, later I want to see again how the model look between structural and mechanical. So I can always save this view, so that I don't need to repeat the previous step to view between structural and mechanical. All right, so to save the view, click on the save view here, and then the title here, like for instance, I put to structural and mechanical, for instance. Okay, and then the privacy here, you can always set whether if you want to only you can view this view, or you want as well other team members can view this save view that we're gonna save later. Okay, so for now I'm just gonna make it private so that only I can see this view. Then I can click on save view. Okay, and then if you see this structural and mechanical saved, so I'm going to close this one first, and I'm going to close this one. So we have saved the view. So to find the view that we saved just now, you can go to views over here, click here, and then these are the views that we just saved just now. All right, and then from here as well, if you want to publish to other team members as well, you want other team members to view this view, you can always open back this one, open the view again, and then click on this update view, change this one into publish, and then click update view. All right, so our model has been updated, so the privacy one changed to publish already. Okay, so that is for the view. If you want to save the view or whatnot, so you can always save using the save view. Okay, I'm gonna go to this model again. So if you see over here, on the right side here, this is the number of clashes that we have for each of these models. Like for instance, the mechanical, the MEP models here, I have 45 clashes. Architectural, I have 167, and then the structural is the highest one. Okay, so that is the numbers of the clashes that we have for each of this model. All right, now I'm gonna go to the clashes over here. All right, so thank you to the one that just joined. We are currently doing the model coordination using the BIM Collaborate. Okay, and then on the clashes here, these are the more detail on the clash result for each of the model. Like for instance, this one we have between electrical model and architecture, we have 14 clashes. Mechanical and architecture, we have 44 clashes. Structural and electrical, no clashes, and so on. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on one of those clashes here between structural and mechanical. So I have 5 clashes here. So I just took the lowest number of clashes, because if we try to open the highest here, the 368, it might require some time for the model to be looked in order to show the clashes. Okay, so I'm gonna click on this 5 clash here. Okay, so it will show you the models and also where are the clashes that we have in this model between structural and mechanical. Okay, we just rotate this one. Okay, so if you see over here, this is the clashes that we have for these between structural and MEP. Okay, so basically this is the column, clashes between column and duct. This one is framing or beam, clashes between frame beam and ducting. All right, so that is if you want, like maybe later we have so much clashes, you want to just view on that that particular clash, you can click here and then it will only highlight it on that on the element, on the individual element. Okay, all right, so that is for checking the clashes. Okay, so now the next things that we're going to do is that we're going to create issue for this clash that we have in this model between this mechanical and structure model. So to create the issue, so for instance, I want to create this the issue on here, on this clash here. So I'm going to click on this title first, on this one, and then click on create issue. All right, so if you choose not an issue, then these clashes will not listed as clashes anymore. All right, so I'm going to create issue, and then I'm going to click on here. Okay, so click on this one between these two. Click. All right, so that is so we have created the issues. All right, so currently it is creating an issues over here. All right, so you need first to wait for quite some times for this BIM Collaborate to create the issues. Okay, now issues have created. So after the issue created, you can change the title. Maybe you want to change the title into clashes between hollow structure and round up. So that one is depending on you. And then the type is coordination clash. Okay, and then the description is, if you want to change the description as well, then you can change from here. Okay, and then you can assign to specific person. Like for instance, I want to assign to my colleague over here. This one, I want to assign to this guy, and then the location, you can also specify the location, where is the issues located. Maybe you want to, maybe you can specify the location is located on the structural model or the mechanical model or whatnot. So you can just choose type in on this location. And then the due date here, I'm going to make it until Friday, and the start date will be 15th, will be today. So this guy have, my colleague here have few days until this Friday to solve this issue. Okay, and the root cause will be the design coordination. And if you have any comments, maybe please solve the issues as up, for instance. Okay, and then click on submit. All right, so that is to create the issue from the clash, from the clashes. Okay, so now we have created the issues. Now I'm going to open my Naviswork. Okay, let me share with you my Naviswork here. Okay, so this is my Naviswork, over here. So if, as I said just now, if you download and install the Naviswork coordination issues add-in and install them, there will be additional tab over here which is named coordination. Okay, and then in here you can directly open the model that we have upload in our cloud just now. So just click on open models here, and then there will be list of our project and models. Okay, for instance, I have two accounts here. This is the account that I have created the model. So this one will be the LTU here, and I'm going to choose the shared coordination spaces, and I'm going to view. So you can also view open all the model in this Naviswork, or if you want to open a certain model only, that can be done. So for instance, just now we did the structural, between structural and MEP. So I'm going to choose these two models, and I'm going to click on open. Okay, so this one, it is currently load your models, loading the models in order for this Naviswork to open the model that we have uploaded in our cloud in BIM Collaborate. Okay, let's wait for some time. All right, so this is the model. Okay, so you see over here, this is the structure, and the below down here we have this one is a HVAC or mechanical model. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the issues that we create on BIM Collaborate just now can also be shown in this Naviswork. Okay, so that one you need to click on manage issues here. All right, so if you see, this is the issues that we have created just now. So this my colleague Hakim here, he can directly open those model from BIM Collaborate Pro using this Naviswork in order for him to resolve these issues and also the clash. Okay, so you can see from here, there we have issue. The issue is between the round up with the column. Okay, so he can directly notify the issues directly in this Naviswork. You don't need to open the BIM Collaborate Pro in he doesn't need to open BIM Collaborate Pro first and then download the models and so on. He just need to access it from this Naviswork using these add-ins. Okay, so now that is for managing the issues in this Naviswork. So for instance, I'm gonna create a task for this model between MEP and structural. So I'm gonna add a task. I'm gonna choose structural, and then on the side here is MEP. So I'm gonna create a clash detection task for between structural and mechanical in Naviswork. Just now we did on BIM Collaborate, and then for this time I'm going to show you on how we can do on Naviswork. Okay, so you choose on the left side here, you choose structural, on the right side here you choose MEP, and then run test. Okay, so same as well, it will show you the list of the clashes that we have for this model. Okay, the clashes number 2 is here. Okay, number 3, number 4, and 5. All right. So now, next thing that we're gonna do is we are going to add an issues in Naviswork so that we can see whether it will be shown or not in our BIM Collaborate. Okay, so for instance, I'm going to create an issue over here between this framing and column. Sorry, between this framing and the round up. Okay, so we're going to create an issues. So to create the issues, again, click on manage issue here. Create issue. Well, let me bring this one to here first. Okay, create issue. And click on this one. Okay, so it might take quite some time to create the issue. All right, it is creating the issue. Okay. All right, and then this is the issues. The title will be this, like this one. If you want to change, you can always change from here. And then if you want to specify the description also, you can just type in here. And then I'm going to assign this one to my colleague, maybe my friends here. All right, and the due date will be tomorrow, and the start date will be today. All right, and resolve the issue. Okay, and then click on submit. Okay, so this one we have submitted the issue from Naviswork. Now we're going to open again our BIM Collaborate. Okay, I'm going to close this one. Okay, now if you want to find the list of the issues, you can go back to docs up here. and then click on issues. So I'm going to click on these issues, and then it will bring you to the list of the issues. So now you see we have two issues. So this one is we create on a Navisworks, and this one we created in the BIM Collaborate Pro. Okay, so that is how you can do the model coordination, how you can do the automated clash detection for the models, and then from the clashes you can create issue, and you can access all those models directly from all those. You can access all those coordinated models directly from Navisworks. Okay, so this add-ins, this Navisworks issues add-in is quite helpful for you, so that you don't have to from time to time to open the BIM Collaborate. You can just directly access it from Navisworks. Okay, so I think that is all for the model coordination in BIM Collaborate Pro or BIM Collaborate. If you do have any question, just shoot the questions in comment section below. Sorry, okay. And then the next is I'm going to show you on this is our website, which is ecasystem.com. So if you have any questions or any inquiries regarding the software or maybe trainings, you can always live chat or fill in the form for these for your inquiries. Okay, and then if you want to watch again the pre-online lessons that we conduct today, can go down below here. We have our YouTube, so you can click on that YouTube button, and then it will bring you to our Ecasystem website here, Ecasystem page. Okay, so you can click on subscribe, so that when we have a free online lesson, new free online lessons conducted, we will upload in this YouTube, so you can watch from here. Okay, so I think that is all from me. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you again in the future. Okay, and yeah, if you don't have any question, I think that is all. So yeah, thank you, and bye bye everyone.